Good evening. Good evening. How are you? How's your day? Is it Monday, right? I think it's Monday. Yeah, I had a long day at work, and also after that I had political meeting. It was good, very educational, but it was very long. Okay, 2 hour and a half. Wow, that was a long meeting, but it was worthwhile. They were talking about some issues that I'm not. I mean, I'm not too interested in, but the main political issues that I'm not too into it, right? Yeah. Uh, but a lot of people feel very passionate about those issues, so I did give my take on it. Okay. I mean, political issues. Okay, everybody's different. They have different priorities, right? So there are some issues that I'm interested in, and then there are other issues that other people are very interested in, but I'm kind of not, right? So yeah, yeah, but it's cool. Very educational. Let me wash my hands real quick. I also wrote another essay to local newspapers. Yeah, it's about Black Lives Matter. Okay, so this interesting analogy, observation, similarity between Christianity and Black Lives Matter movement. Okay, so if you read a newspaper online, there's some Black Lives Matter related events or incidents that journalists describe. At the end, they always mention Mr. George Floyd's name. Just like in any prayer, Christian prayer, at the end we say like in the name of Jesus, Amen, right? So that was very interesting similarity that we observed, right? We noticed. So I did mention that, and yeah, so yeah, not sure if it's gonna get published or not, but I wrote in a way that would be interesting to the readers. So in democracy, people are the kings and queens, and we politicians are public servants or public servant wannabes, right? But people, they are not supposed to be in the audience background. No, they are the main actors. That's how democracy is supposed to be. We are just representatives of the people. All right, um, so but the district that I'm running for, uh, they're mostly Caucasians, white people, okay, and they are fantastic people, okay. So, but if they decide to elect a white person, oh, I have no objection because they are fantastic candidates, okay. And I would never think it would be out of racism because I know them. People in my district, I know them. They are not racists. Okay, so but if they decide to choose white person, no, that's not racism. If they decide to vote for somebody else, probably because I don't measure up to other candidates. Okay, so yeah, I'll just get back to mathematics. No problem. Yeah, they are the boss people. So, but yeah, they're mostly white people and they're fantastic people. They are not racists. Okay, they are very good people. Yeah. So this was Mr. Colin Kaepernick or something, the football star. So he's kind of like anti-racist activist, kind of kneeling down when the national anthem is playing, right? So, and but what's ironical is this, okay? The very fact that he's not black, he's kind of brown, right? The very fact that he became football star in America and made millions of dollars of money, he is the evidence that racism does not exist in America. Okay, if racism did exist in America, he would not have been there as a national football star making millions of dollars. So he is the evidence that racism does not exist in America. Okay, so how ironic is that? Yeah, he's just what jocks, high school jocks. So not very smart, right? Not very well educated. I mean, I'm sure he's good at what he does. A lot of muscle, brawn, but not much brain, right? So that's Mr. Colin Kaepernick. Okay, not very smart. I'm sure he worked very hard to get there, on top, national level. Oh, that's. I'm sure he's very diligent man, very talented man. But when it comes to brain, so you got good brawn, but when it comes to brain, not much brain, right? Yeah, nobody's perfect though. Nobody's perfect. Okay. I don't have that much muscle, for example. What else? What time is it? Like, it's like 10 o'clock, I guess. Yeah, I popped up in two boiled eggs. So I was because I was hungry. Now I'm full. So boiled eggs, fantastic, right? Yeah. And what else? So let's get back to the army story. So after basic combat training and after AIT, Advanced Individual Training, just before I was deployed to Fort Hood, Texas, right? We were given a couple of weeks vacation, okay? And then there's this program, we go back to our recruiting station in San Jose, California, and then I help them out. So I was in that program for, I think it was a couple of weeks, I think. All right. So yeah, what we did, okay, me and my battle buddies, we would have this pamphlets about like goarmy.com. Okay, so we were in uniform, ACU, the Army Combat Uniform, right, with this pattern, green pattern, right, camouflage pattern. So in and about San Jose, we would go to like shopping malls or parks to hand out this goarmy.com pamphlet in order to help out our recruiters, army recruiters. Okay, and when we would just go to busy streets and hand out those pamphlets, and then I met this gentleman on a wheelchair. Okay, and so we started talking because he's an army veteran, and he's Vietnam Army veteran, Special Forces. Special Forces veteran. Okay, it's a great honor to meet that gentleman, and he would tell me good, great stories. Okay, and so that was great. hmm So yeah, Special Forces I couldn't make it. Okay, I dropped out, but regular army is also great place to learn. So I, as a junior enlisted soldier, right, we're kind of at the bottom. Okay, we're not NCOs, we are not officers, so we learned like basically how to be humble, how to clean the bathroom, mop the floor, sweep the floor. Yeah, those are very good training. Okay? We are not in Ranger or infantry, special forces, but supporting forces at the very bottom, right, of the U.S. Army. But you learn humility, right? So that was great. Discipline, right? Yeah. So, we are all one issue voters, kinda, right? One issue voter, okay, and that kind of bespeaks ideological vulnerability that we have. So, for example, uh, like LGBT issue, yeah, I'm kind of one issue voter, kind of like that. Okay, LGBT issue, uh, or southern border wall issue. Okay, so either one of those issues, yeah, I'm be willing to vote for President Trump if I had only two choices between Trump and Biden. Okay, so yeah, it's that kind of ideological vulnerability that we all have. Okay, yeah, we're all single issue voters, right? Yeah. Let's talk about Me Too movement. Okay, so yeah, they got so nearly like $18 million, about $20 million verdict against or settlement against Mr. Harvey Weinstein, who is a former producer in Hollywood, right? So, but the thing is, those actresses, models, they knew why Mr. Harvey Weinstein invited them one by one to his hotel room. They knew what to expect because they heard the rumors. Okay, so and they knew how he is, right? So it was consensual, at least partially consensual activity that they engaged in Mr. Weinstein's hotel room. Okay, so but these actresses, models, okay, once they get older, then they don't get enough parts in movies, right? So what do they do? I guess they still need money. They have previous lifestyle, very high rolling, expensive lifestyle. So I guess that's why they sued Mr. Weinstein, okay, to get money. All right. So that would be my guess. I don't think it's about activism, feminism. No, I think it's about money. All right. Maybe there's some good feminism part about that, and they did bring justice to women, and they did make American society better. So I do appreciate positive contribution to American society or other world countries. They have some good positive impacts. Okay, the Me Too movement and all these lawsuits. Okay, so I appreciate that. Okay, so but so yeah, we want to be fair and balanced. We don't want to be partial. We want to be like judges and jurors. We want to be fair and impartial, right? To look at both sides of the coin, kinda. So, U.S. Army versus Marine. I mean, there's this funny joke. What does Army stand for? Aren't ready to be a Marine yet. That's kind of condescending kind of Marine joke. Okay. Yeah, it's just funny, right? Yeah. So Army versus Marine. So you have support in the Army. We'll take 5 minutes break, and then we'll keep talking. Okay. I need some vocal rest. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Alright. I don't think I need this code. Okay. So, uh, Marine versus Army, huh? Okay. I have many Marine friends, so my joke, oh, you are an ex-Marine. Marine veterans, okay? And they say, oh, no, that's not how it is. Once you're Marine, you're Marine forever, okay? Oh, okay, okay. We joke about each other. With the veterans, yeah, with like brothers, okay? So, yeah, all different branches, okay? So, Navy joke? Yeah, seaman joke, okay? Air Force? Well, I have many Air Force friends, okay? So, oh, you're Air Force. I thought Air Force is for the girls. Because they got a lot of money, right? And girls love money, so. The better defect, dining facility, better food, better everything, better barracks. So, me and my army guys would sometimes sneak into this Air Force defect, okay? So. And yeah, Air Force have many females, okay? Relatively speaking, compared to other branches, right? Coastal Guard joke. Oh, do you know how to swim? Uh, Nowadays, President Trump is thinking about space forces, right? Okay, let's do space force jokes. Oh, you don't even exist yet. Okay, so I cannot tell you quite in detail what today's political meeting was about, but what I said, they're thinking about changing the law. Okay, so I kind of summarized what other people said. Okay, yeah, popular vote like referendum, ballot measure initiative proposal, right? And you get a lot of signature, and so that change of law get into the ballot in general election, and people vote for it. If it passes, then yeah, you change the law that way. Okay, that's one way to do it. Another way, lawsuit. Okay, again, I'm just summarizing what other people said as a lawyer. Okay, so that's what I said. And yeah, another way, yeah, criminal lawsuit. But criminal lawsuit, well, you have to first report to Department of Law, Attorney General's office, right? And people who review those complaints from civilians, they get to pick and choose because they get so many complaints. Okay, so the Attorney General's office, assistant Attorney Generals, they are the one who get to decide whether to take this case, criminal case or not. If it's kind of half civil, half criminal, kind of, right? If it's really criminal case like murder, theft, then it goes to the police officers, right? Some 911 call, police officers come, and if you have there's reasonable, I mean, probable cause, then they arrest criminally accused people and put them in jail, and then that police officers' report go to prosecutors like us, like DA, district attorney office. So prosecutors, assistant ADA, assistant district attorney. Okay, so they look at these cases and they get to decide whether to prosecute this case or not because there are so many cases. Okay, so criminal law. Yeah, I have many friends, both in the prosecutor side and public defender side. They are more volume business. There's so many cases. So typically they cannot spend too much time in one case. So that's the difference between civil litigation and criminal litigation. Okay, it's volume business. Okay, so they don't spend too much time in one case, unless it's some really big trial. All right, like Harvey Weinstein kind of trial. Okay. Uh, yeah, so it's volume business. Yeah, it's kind of shallow in each case. Okay, because they cannot spend too much time on one case. Okay, but in civil side, uh, civil defense lawyers or civil plaintiff side lawyers, We get a lot of phone calls, potential clients, and we get to decide what case to take. All right. And so typically, civil plaintiff side, civil defense side, they take cases that make good money, that has high chance of making big money. Okay, so in civil side, because we gotta pay the bills, right? Yeah, we do pro bono as well. Okay, but that's how it is. Okay, so and we take the case, and so we are not, we don't have as civil side, we don't have them as many caseload as criminal side. And criminal side, typically they are government employees, public defenders or prosecutors. They are government employees. Okay, they get paid whether they win or lose. Okay, but on the civil side, well, insurance defense attorneys, yeah, they have billable hours, so they get paid whether they win or lose. But civil plaintiff side, like in personal injury, yeah, our fee structure is typically not hourly based, but contingency based. We get paid only if we win a trial. Okay. So typically by insurance companies. Okay, in personal injury cases. Okay. Yeah, so we work with insurance defense lawyers and insurance companies. They are not bad people. Okay, it's just vetting process because there's some fraudulent claims, right? So it's a vetting process. Okay, so yeah, we work with insurance companies and insurance defense attorneys. We don't work against them. At least that's how I take it, right? Yeah. So yeah, referendum style. Yeah, that's one way to change the law. Second way, if some misconduct happen, yeah, you report to Attorney General's office, and if they decide to take the case, and they will sue in trial court, like in Alaska is Superior Court. Okay, if they lose, then they get to decide whether to appeal to the Criminal Appellate Court. Okay, and if they lose again, then Alaska State Supreme Court. If they lose again, then United States Supreme Court. Okay, so that's the criminal trial hierarchy. They can choose is going to be bench trial, judge trial, right? Same thing, right? Or jury trial. Okay? But the thing is, if they go down this criminal litigation side, then it's the criminal defendants versus state of Alaska. Okay, that's what this assistant attorney generals or uh, prosecutors, they represent the state. All right, so if you go in that route, then you have less degree of control over that case. But if you are civil litigant, you will hire a lawyer, civil plaintiff side lawyer, and you will have to pay them. Okay, but if you go down this criminal litigation side, it's for free. Why? Because state of Alaska taxpayer money will pay for all the litigation that goes into salary of prosecutors, assistant attorney generals. So it's free that side, but less degree of control over the case, how trial goes. But in civil side, you have more degree of control because you are paying for this litigation, and you are a client of the civil plaintiff side attorneys. So you have more degree of control over this case, legal theory, blah blah blah, right? But you have to pay for it. Okay. So if you can choose bench trial or jury trial. Okay. Uh, Actually, if you want bench trial and if civil defendants, they want jury trial, then you will be jury trial. Okay. So because jury trial is constitutional right, both state and federal. Okay, so but if you lose in the trial court level in Alaska, you go straight to Alaska State Supreme Court. You skip this appellate in the middle intermediary appellate level. If it's civil litigation, okay, you go straight to in Alaska. Okay, you go straight to Alaska State Supreme Court. If you lose again, then United States Supreme Court. Okay, to change the law that way. Yeah, I learned from other people. Okay, yeah, class action. It could be class action, or it could be just a couple of co-plaintiffs, and there will be co-defendants, or it could be class action involving many people. Okay. Yeah. So and most likely change of law. Yeah, you will have constitutional argument, right? Yeah, this law, piece of law is unconstitutional, so blah blah blah, right? So I shared my knowledge about this as a lawyer, Alaska court system, how it goes. Okay, so even well, I was the last, I was the last speaker in this meeting. Okay, so yeah, and I also told them, yeah, introducing myself. Yeah, I'm Alaska State Senate candidate. So even well, yeah. Yeah, it's very important issue they were talking about. It's just that I wasn't personally too interested in that particular topic, but it is very important issue, and people feel passionate about it. So I do appreciate their passion, and because they want to make the law better, right? So I really appreciate it, their passion about that issue. Okay, it was worthwhile. Mm-hmm. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay? We may wrap it up for tonight. I don't know. Okay. Yeah, kind of low energy, right? Because yeah, it was long day at work. I worked until 6:30, and I took 30 minutes to go to the meeting, and then 2 hour and 30 minutes because there are so many people. Okay, it was an online meeting. Okay, so yeah, I came home. I did not have time to brush my teeth. I did not have time for it. I did not have any time to eat anything until 9:30, when the meeting was over. But it was worthwhile. It was a very good meeting. And there are so many online participants, so that's why it was so long. Okay, so okay, but it was all cool, very educational. I learned a lot. Okay, like I always do. Political meetings, so we'll take 5 minutes. Okay. So let's talk about audienceship, okay? I am audience most 99% of the time. When I go to political meeting, yeah, each of us only get to speak 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 1 minute, right? The rest of the time we listen, right? Everybody is an audience, and also prima donna, right? If I go to karaoke bar, dance club, yeah, 99% of the time I'm audience, right? When I perform, sing songs or dance, then I'm prima donna, right? Actually, everybody's like that. Why? Because if they go to work, they are the prima donna, center of attention, right? Maybe they are the bosses or project managers, right? So everybody have chance to lead and to be led, to be in the audience or to be the prima donna, right? Yeah, we all have that chance, but 99% of the time we are all audiences, readers. We watch news, right? Not everybody, but some people like me, we like attentions a lot. So I guess all politicians are like that. They love to talk, give out speeches, right? Kind of like ADD case, attention deficit disorder, right? Yeah, that's all of us. Actors, singers, dancers, entertainers, politicians, business owners, bosses. Hmm? We all that, okay? So that's why it's not always bad thing. This attention-seeking personality, it's not always bad thing, okay? Look at me. I mean, I sing and dance like some mad and prophet wannabe. This guy. I do strange things to get elected, right? Walk down the parade and do one hand push-ups and stuff. Okay, who does that? But I entertain the people, the bosses, kings and queens, democracy. People are the kings and queens. Okay, that's how democracy is by definition. How it's supposed to be, ruled by the people, right? So yeah, me servant, power wannabe. Okay, so it's like applying for a job. People are the bosses. They decide out of these job candidates, political candidates. They decide who to hire as their representative. Representative government, democracy, right? So it's very much like job application process, interview process. So what am I doing in this interview? I sing and dance and do one hand push-ups. Why? Because it's fun that way, and I'm having fun. People are being entertained by my performance. It's party time, right? So that's how I run my political campaign, one man campaign. Okay. So if I get elected, maybe I will not have any assistants, secretaries, because I want to have complete control. So I'll be like one man legislator. I want to have just like I made my movie, all by myself. I want to have complete control over things. Okay, so, but typically politicians, elected officials, or military generals, because some of my friends used to work for them. Some of my friends used to work in Pentagon under generals. Okay, so I asked them question, how is it like, and they say, well, oh, Mr. President, whoever, okay, their secretaries are in control of agenda. Okay, Yeah, appointment. So you have secretaries, right? Under some high-ranking officials, maybe business CEOs or politicians or whoever, military generals, admirals, whoever. Okay, they have their secretaries who take the phone calls and like office managers. Okay, and they get to decide to filter out agenda meetings. Okay, who these officials should meet. Okay, so they kind of play this bosses role, right? So I'm not gonna do that. All right, as a junior legislator, if I do get elected, yeah, I will take the phone calls myself and I will filter out who to meet and who not to meet. Okay. So am I a micromanager or control freak? Maybe. Is it because I lack good leadership skill? Maybe. I don't know. You know. Whatever. Hmm. I think we will cover all the basic, all the notes I wrote down over there. Yeah, I think we talked about all of them. Okay, so. Oh, one more thing. Yeah, coronavirus, right? I kind of have to agree with President Trump. I don't think testing is necessary. Okay, testing, coronavirus testing, I think it does more harm than good, right? Because one person is like what, asymptomatic carrier, okay? So what, right? Because most likely, if this person is healthy, it will come and go. If this person's healthy, immune system will fend off all this virus, coronavirus, whatever. Okay, it just go away on its own. Okay, so I have to agree with President Trump. Okay, testing, I think it does more harm than good. Right? Mask wearing, I think it should not be mandatory. I think it should be left up to the people. Okay, personally, I don't want to wear a mask. Okay, why? It's difficult to breathe. I do diet and exercise. My immune system is very strong. Okay, I never catch a cold, but yeah, I do take sometimes kind of get itchy on my throat, right? Then just take Dayquils, right, and it goes away. So to be healthy, it's common sense. You gotta work and you gotta work out, healthy diet, exercise, work, and good rest, good night's sleep. Take a break during the days, work days, right? And personal hygiene, of course, right? No problem. It's so common sense. Okay. Yeah. We'll take 5 minutes break. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how long we'll do this tonight, but we go as far as I we could. Okay. A little bit beat. Okay. It was a long day. Okay. But it was good. All right. Not complaining. Just telling you like it is, like it was. We'll take 5 minutes. Okay. And maybe if you allow me to, if you indulge me with courts jurors in indulgence, maybe I fantasize a little bit. Okay. What if I get elected? Okay. Let's fantasize. Please let me fantasize while I can, because after the election, if I lose, then I cannot fantasize anymore, right? But before the election, because I do not know the results yet, I can fantasize what I want. Okay, what if I win, right? Let's do that. Yeah, we're gonna have some fun, okay? So, yeah, by all means, if you wanna be a politician, yeah, you run for an office like I do, okay? So, yeah. Okay, fantasy time. So sometimes I tell you stories that happened before. Story time, right? Sometimes we do uh, fantasy about future. Okay, so what if I get elected? Of course I'll do it. But I think I will keep my lawyer job part time. Why? I may get impeached. Why? Oh, all the things I said here on YouTube. Okay, so my political friends they advised me don't make any enemies. Okay. Oh, thank you. I won't. I love people. I have no enemies. I love everybody. Right? I think I'll be just fine if I get elected. Okay. I don't think they would try to impeach me. We all say things, right? We all dirty laundry, skeleton in the closet. We all have that, right? And metaphorically speaking, okay. But yeah, I probably keep my job as a part time because I asked some seniors in political arena, okay, because I have many friends who are decades older than me, who've been in politics for a very long time, okay. So Some of them told me, okay, yeah, legislator still at least state level legislative job is kind of part time. Okay, your legislative session like about 3 months or a year. Okay, of course, other times you as a politician you still work if you're a legislator, right? But yeah, so I think I can keep my job part time. Okay, how many hours? Maybe 3 hours Monday through Friday, so 15 hours per week. Yeah, I think I can do that. Okay, why? Because legislators, state level, they don't get paid very well. Okay, so I need to supplement my income, and most many state legislators in Alaska, other states, they get to keep their job, sometimes even full time. Okay, why? Because state legislators they don't get paid very well. Okay, why? There are so many candidates, people want to do it. Okay, so this quantity oversupply situation is in this labor market, politics market, election market. Okay, it depresses the price. Too much supply, fixed demand, price go down. So that's why they don't get paid very well, right? So in Alaska, legislators they get paid like $50,000 a year before tax, which is slightly less than what I make, right? So and of course they get per diem, but what is per diem per day during the legislative sessions? I, from what I heard, they get paid like $300 per day on top of their $50,000 regular salary, right? But look, Alaska's capital is in Juneau. Okay, we have to fly out there, get a hotel, rent a car, food. That's extra cost. So $300 per day. Okay, $100 go to hotel room per day. $100, yeah, rent a car per day. $100 food. Okay, so per diem money it gets spent. You don't get to save. Okay, during the legislative sessions in the down in Juneau, unless you live in Juneau. Okay, but full flight. I forgot to put cover on my drinks, so full flights, man. It's so annoying, right? So yeah, fantasization. Okay, yeah. Let's say I get elected, pass the primary, pass the general in August, pass the general election in November, which is really fat chance. Okay, uh, that would be very difficult. Why? We have 6 candidates in Republican Party alone for the primary in August, including incumbent. Okay, and then after that, one of us, 6 of us, we passed the Republican primary, and then we compete with one Democrat and one independent. All right, and they're very strong candidates too. All right, and they know a lot of people. They were like they are like real Alaskans. Okay, born and raised, kinda. Okay, been here for very long decades of time. Okay, I would be very surprised if I win primary primary and general election. I'll be very surprised if I win. So, because I'm new to Alaska, okay, I'm Asian, okay, I have heavy accent, kind of new to politics too, okay, so I'll be very surprised if I win these elections, okay, very surprised I will be, alright. So let's fantasize, okay. So if I win, okay, yeah, during the session, yeah, I go down to Juneau, by airplane, or actually we can drive there. I'm in the valley, right? About 1 hour north of Anchorage. Okay, yeah, we have to pass the Canadian border, but yeah, some people drive down to Juneau. Okay, yeah, you have to take this boat, ferry, and they accommodate cars. Okay, yeah, so yeah, cross Canadian border and take the ferry with your car, then sail to Juneau by the sea. Yeah, some people do that. Maybe I'll do that just for experience sake. I think I'll do that if I get elected. Okay, I think it's gonna be fun. All right, it's like from what I heard, it's like 2 days drive all the way down to Juneau, 2 or 3 days. Because I drive slow and I take frequent breaks to stretch my back and legs. It probably will take me like 4 days. Okay. So there goes my vacation days, right? Yeah. We are just fantasizing, acting a lot. Okay. So once I go down to Juneau, because I heard Juneau has this disco style dance club where floor light up with all different colors, moving colors, right? Yeah, like the Saturday Night Fever or Grease, whatever. Yeah, John Travolta, Saturday Night Fever, right? Night Fever, Night Fever. Bee Gees, right? Back in law school days in Michigan, okay, there's this wonderful town between Ann Arbor and Detroit. They have this light up dance floor, okay, with all different colors, moving colors, okay. Yeah, I heard Juno has one of those kind of dance clubs, okay. Probably that will be the very first thing I'll do in Juno. Check out that dance club, okay. I'm a clubber, right? I love going to different clubs. In Anchorage, Alaska, when I lived there for 1 year, I went to this bar. It rotates. The bar counter is at the center of this bar building, and it rotates. Okay, very slowly, so that you can see this 360 degrees of this outside view. Kind of high, right? That was good. Yeah. How about legislation during the session? Yeah, we get to vote, right? Yeah, legislators, they get to vote. Okay, all these different legislators come up with different proposed bills. We get to vote yes or no, right? Uh, I mean, I don't quite look forward to do that because it will be boring most likely because the issues they are passionate about most likely it doesn't quite interest me, but out of respect I have to hear them out, read all these bills, and I do not really look forward to that, okay, to be honest. But what I'm looking forward to is to check out that dance club with lit up floor, disco style, 70s style. That, yeah, I look forward to. And hiking trails in Juneau. I heard it's fantastic. There are waterfalls and stuff. That I do look forward to. I've never been to Juneau. I only heard about that town. Capital city. Capital of Alaska. Alright. What's their policy? Would they reimburse us legislators for airfare, airline tickets, two-way? Do they even reimburse for rental car fee and hotel? Do they reimburse for that? I don't know. Probably not, right? I guess that's what per diem is for, right? That would be my guess, right? How about me writing a bill, propose legislation? Oh, of course I do that. I do that all the time. Okay, because I have many ideas for Alaska. Okay, yeah, that's why I'm running. Right. We'll take 5 minutes break. I need some vocal rest. Okay, so there goes my election again. Right? Yeah. Oh, you're just looking. You're running for Alaska State Senate race just because you want to pay. You want to have some paid visit to Juneau to check out that disco style dance club. That's why you are running, aren't you? Yes. Just kidding. There goes my election, right? Yeah. Maybe I'll never get elected. Okay, it's that's fine with me. All right, but I just want to have fun. Okay, come on. I want to have fun. All right, so it's all jokes. Okay, yeah. Maybe my campaign is a joke. All right, whatever. All right. Okay. So Juno story, okay. Uh, I remember this independent film whose title is Juno. I'm not sure if is that movie is about Juneau, Alaska. I'm not sure. Most likely not. I don't think. Okay, it was about this young pregnant lady. I guess. I did not watch that movie. Okay, so movie Juno. Uh, oh, it's spelled differently. Okay, so okay, what town is it? Yeah, it's spelled differently. It's Juno. Yeah, Alaska Juno is spelled differently. It's Juneau. It's kind of like Juno. It's very kind of like French style. All right, spelling. But this movie, I don't think it has anything to do with Alaska. Okay, because it's spelled Juno. My guess, probably based in California. Okay, no, Georgia. Okay. Minnesota. Okay, it's Minnesota. Okay. Yes, about pro-life, pro-choice. Yeah, young girl getting pregnant. Okay, that's what this movie is about. Okay, so yeah, it has nothing to do with Alaska. It's about Minnesota teenage girl, I guess, who got pregnant. Okay, whatever. So Juneau, Alaska. Okay, let's fantasize about that. Right. So I have many friends who are legislators, elected officials, and also some of my friends are their legislative assistants, aides. Okay, so I will ask them questions and they'll tell me these stories. Okay, so they come up with some legislative ideas. Okay, and then they submit to this Alaskan state governmental body full of lawyers. Okay, so they submit to the idea and then the Alaska state employees, lawyers, yeah, they draft this bill, legislative proposals, right? They may or may not become a law, right? Because it should look like a law, right? So yeah, it has to be lawyers, right? Yeah, so I did apply to that job in down in Juneau a couple of years ago. They didn't hire me. Okay, no problem. But I also met some people who actually worked in that department. Some legislative branch part of Alaska state government. Okay, they hire lawyers to draft these bills. Yeah, it's very interactive process. That's what I heard. Okay, these legislators, legislative aides, assistants, and the lawyers, state employees, right? Yeah, but because I'm a lawyer myself, right? If I draft this piece of legislation law in this all these legalese, right? I don't think I need their help. This state government lawyer employees. I don't think I need their help. Okay, so I'm a lawyer myself. All right, so yeah, am I arrogant? Maybe. Okay, but just take it as a joke. Okay, so what would be my very first bill? That I would submit to this bunch of lawyers, state employees. Yeah, it's about legalization of Alaskan wildlife farming, so that people can. Yeah, you will make it easy. Okay, we have deer tag. I mean, not deer tag, moose tag. Okay, moose hunting tag, bear tag, hunting tag. Okay, like one moose per year or one bear per year, whatever. Okay, so yeah, hunting license, okay? Right? You buy a hunting license, okay? Will allow hunting. You purchase hunting license, right? Bear, moose, whatever, and we also allow them to use tranquilizer or trap so that they can bring home and start raising this Alaskan wild animal as a pet, as a farm animal. Okay, so that would be my first bill to write. Yeah, there could be some regulation. Okay, yeah, in this residential area, maybe it's not that safe to raise a Alaskan grizzly bear in the backyard, right? Maybe it's not that safe. Okay, so yeah, maybe it shouldn't be a residential area. Okay, if it's moose, I guess it could be safe to have this moose farm in the residential area. Okay, yeah, there could be some regulatory regime, right? Like because yeah, you have to clean out all this moose pile, moose dung droppings, okay, regularly so that it doesn't smell too bad in your backyard residential area moose farm, right? That I do look forward to. But listening to all these other legislators, bills, voting for it, reading it, I do not look forward to that at all. Okay, but me writing my own bill, presenting it, I do look forward to that because I'm gonna make it, screenplay style, kind of very entertaining, kind of. Because I want to have fun. Okay, I love writing. Uh, I love legal writing too because I kind of write it in screenplay format, kind of like dramatized, kind of like fiction novel essay kind of. I love writing, okay, because when I write, it's like screenplay kind of novel because I used to be a novelist. I used to write novels, even screenplays. Okay, I wrote them screenplay for my movie, Therapy for Metaphobia. Okay, so yeah. When I write to local newspapers, I also write in script, kind of screenplay like novelistic kind of. Okay, I want to make it very intriguing because I want to enjoy writing. When I write, I want to entertain myself and the audience because I have performer background. All right. I'm also a former computer programmer. Okay, so when I write, it's very logical and mathematical precision. I was also in military too. Yeah, military precision, right? Yeah. Also, yeah, I'm former performer, screenwriter, novelist. Okay, so I want to make it interesting, entertaining, but at the same time, I'm kind of amateur mathematician too, amateur logician. So I want to make it logically correct, not politically correct, but logically correct, mathematically precise. Okay, so that's my writing style. If I write some piece of legislation bill, it will be the same way. So other legislators get to vote for this bill that I propose. Would I sing and dance for them? If I'm allowed to, I would to entertain them to get these votes from other legislators. Okay, but if I'm not, I invite them to this famous Juno lit up 70s disco style club and maybe I would buy them round of drinks. Most likely not because I got no money to do so. But I would sing and dance for them, perform. If Juneau, Alaska have karaoke bar, yeah, I invite all these legislators, okay, and I dance for them, sing for them. But most likely I could not buy them any round of drinks because I got no money. Alright. Probably they have more money than I do. Yeah, this fantasization, fantasy, okay, legislative fantasy, political fantasy, okay. We'll take 5 minutes break, okay, so. You see what's what, right? Yeah. I'm kind of ready to wrap it up for tonight. Okay, so I'm kind of getting sleepy too, but not hungry. I had two boiled eggs. I'm full now. I love boiled eggs. So convenient, feeling, you know. Okay, scene. All right. What is scene means? That's the end of the monologue as an actor. Okay. Yeah, that's the end of my scene, my acting monologue. Okay, so that's what they say. All right. So yeah, we did enough fantasizing. Okay. So let's talk about more politics, more national level. So. President Trump, I have to agree with him on certain issues. I disagree with him many issues. Okay, but yeah, renaming these military bases like Fort Benning, Fort Hood, okay, just because they are named after Confederate generals, okay, I have to agree with President Trump, okay. Why? because I'm a private academic secular scholar. Okay, so there are all these books, media that refer to Fort Fort Lee in Virginia and Fort Benning in Georgia, Fort Hood in Texas. Okay, there are many books that refer to those names. We cannot change all those books reference. Okay, because there are too many books referring to Fort Hood, Fort Benning, Fort Lee. Okay, it's not Lee, Asian Lee. No, that's Confederate General. What's his first name? I don't remember. Okay, yeah, the General Lee. Okay, some people kind of generously nicknamed me as General Lee. Okay, but I'm Asian Lee, and that's Caucasian American Lee, General Lee, Confederate General. Okay, in Virginia, I think. There are all these books and web pages, media that refer to Fort Lee, Fort Benning, Fort Hood. Okay, we cannot change all those books because there are too many. So 10 years later, okay, if Fort Benning, Georgia is renamed after Mr. George Floyd, so it's no longer Fort Benning, it's a Fort Floyd, right? If that happens, or Fort Lee become Fort Obama, or Fort Hood becoming well like Fort Martin Luther King Jr., right? Whatever, right? Fort Jackson, maybe rename after Mr. Michael Jackson. Maybe become Fort Michael Jackson. Okay, I'm stand-up, sit-down comedian. Yeah, stand-up comedian. Okay, I did look for those venues in Alaska, but there's none in this town. There's some in Anchorage, but that's like hour and a half drive from here. So okay, so yeah, I did look for stand-up comedian event. I found none in this town. Okay, so yeah, so but I'm too lazy to stand up, so I just sit down. So I'm sit down comedian. Okay, so as opposed to stand up comedian. Okay, yeah, yeah. Fort Michael Jackson, oh, Fort Floyd, Fort Obama. So 10 years, 100 years later, some people go to library and read these articles in the books or media, YouTube video, whatever. Fort Hood? What is Fort Hood? There's no such a thing as Fort Hood. Fort Lee? What is Fort Lee? Fort Benning? What is Fort Benning? There's no Fort Benning in Georgia. There's Fort Michael Jackson, South Carolina. There's this Fort Floyd in Georgia. There's this Fort Obama in Texas. Fort Bragg? What is Fort Bragg? North Carolina? Well, we know there's Fort Martin Luther King Jr. in North Carolina, but Fort Bragg, what is that? So the knowledge will be lost. Yeah, because they cannot quite connect. They need some translators, right? Inefficiency. Okay, they're rewriting history and confusion, chaos. People cannot learn anything. Okay, disconnection, lost in translation. Okay, so that's why it's bad idea, right? Purely academic, scholarly point of view. Okay, renaming things is not a good idea. It creates confusion, ignorance, disconnection of this propagation of knowledge generate in time, generation after generation. Okay, you'll disconnect that. Okay, so purely academic and scholarly point of view. Okay, renaming things is a bad idea, right? I mean, George Washington University. You're gonna rename it as George Floyd University, huh? Washington D.C. Oh, we gotta change all that because George Washington was slave owner and District of Columbia Yeah, named after slave trader Columbus, Christopher Columbus. Okay, we have rename all that. How about America? United States of America, right? Yeah, Amerigo Vespucci, he was slave trader, right? So we have to rename that, right? What are we going to rename after, okay? United States of Mr. George Floyd, or United States of Martin Luther King Jr., United States of President Barack Obama, United States of, huh? You're going to rename America? Come on. Not you, but some people out there, okay? Come on. State of Washington, okay? Yeah, you wanna what? Call it state of George Floyd, state of Obama, President Obama, state of Martin Luther King Jr. You're gonna rename a state? Yeah, capital city was Washington D.C., District of Columbia. Okay, you're gonna rename it as District of what? Black Lives Matter. Hmm? Come on, get a grip, okay? Come on. That's what I would say if I was the president today, right? Yeah, yeah, we're having fun, okay? We're making stand-up comedian kind of jokes, okay? But in African American population, this is silent majority, okay? Most likely, okay, my guess, only 10% of African Americans are Black Lives Matter movement activists. And out of subset, okay, 10% minority, Black Lives Matter activism, okay? Out of that Black Lives Matter movement activists, subset, probably only 1% or 10% are vandalists, spraying paint in the wall, right? Looters, rioters, arsonists, right? Maybe it's very small, maybe 1% of Black Lives Matter activists, okay? Yeah, subset. We want to be mathematically precise because we are mathematicians here. We are humanologists. Okay? We know everything about ideologies. Yeah, ismology. Okay, we are humanologists, right? Yeah, we understand mathematics, humanology, ideology, because that's one of many branches in humanology. Main theme, one of many main themes in several main themes in humanology. Okay, we know all about it. Okay, so yeah, we know by now rights, freedom. They are not unlimited resources. They are limited resources because there are only so many people in the world, in the universe, planet Earth. Okay. Yeah, rights, freedom, same thing. Okay. Flip side, lack of freedom, lack of right, that's duty. Yeah, this Hofeldian, yeah, the Mr. Jurist Newcomb Hofeld. I don't remember his first name. Okay, his middle name is I guess Newcomb. Okay. Yeah, Hofeldian right, duty, duality. We did all that. Okay, so yeah, somebody, my right is my freedom is somebody else's duty, right? It's copium transfer, and copium in this first law in humanological dynamics, like thermodynamics, okay, humanodynamics, okay, yeah, copium cannot be destroyed or created. It's closed system, right? It can move from here to there, but it cannot be destroyed or it cannot be created. Like just like first law of thermodynamics, energy mass conservation law, but Mr. Einstein he was wrong. Okay, energy and mass they are not equivalent. Okay, both his general and special relativity theories, yeah, we disproved that about 5 months ago, right? Yeah, it's just conservation of energy, conservation of mass. Okay, yeah, there's thermodynamics. Okay, so yeah, energy or mass cannot be created or destroyed. It just move from one place to another in time, right? So copium same way. What is copium? Anything, everything with quantity and quality. Okay. Yeah, this copium is equal to quantity plus quality. That's one of fundamental equations in humanology. Okay. Another fundamental equation of humanology. Yeah, humanology. The very first equation in humanology. Humanology is equal to science plus religion, right? And some another humanological fundamental equation. Happiness is equal to righteous. I mean, success is equal to happiness. I mean, success is equal to righteousness plus happiness. Okay. Yeah, that's the three fundamental equations so far in humanology. Okay, so if I lose this election, okay, I go right back to mathematics and humanology because we're gonna have some serious fun there. Why? Because we have accumulated a lot of human knowledge, listening to people or individual thinking, right? Reckoning. Yeah, we observe a lot, learned a lot. So I have no problem losing this election because one way, another, or the other, we're gonna have some serious fun. Okay, if I get elected, if we get elected, okay, we'll save the world. We'll start saving the world. All right. But if I lose the election, I will get back to humanology mathematics and we're gonna have some serious fun there. Right. So I'm okay either way. Yeah, kind of hedging, right? Diversification of investment, right? Either way, we win, right? One way or the other, we win always. Yeah. Let's call it a night, okay? So, thank you. Good night. Bye.